Hey guys, how's it going? Just thought I'd do a video review here of Transformers Generations Waspinator. And as you can see, he comes on a blister card just like a lot of the other recent generations here. He has his comic book. There he is packaged in robot mode. And here's the rear with tech specs, two product shots of him, and a blurb about Waspinator. And it actually has a funny reference to him getting blown up a lot, so kind of like that. And that's it for the packaging. Although on the side there's a nice Predacon symbol there, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause right here. We're gonna get this guy out of this box and we're gonna see what he's like. Okay guys, here is Waspinator transformed into insect mode. But before I talk about the toy itself, I actually want to talk a little bit about the comic that he comes with. Just like all the other recent Generations toys, he comes with a Spotlight comic that heavily features him. There he is. And, well, there's Optimus. Spoiler alert, right? Anyway, it's a really good comic with great artwork. But the storyline is a little dark, and that's honestly not something you expect much with Waspinator, since he's a fairly goofy character. It's definitely a little bit different for good old Waspy, but you know it is. You know, I love the fact that they're throwing those comics in there. Anyway, enough about the comic. Let's go on and get on to the toy itself. I'll just start off by giving you a quick 360 of the figure here. And overall, I think the Wasp mode looks pretty darn nice. Now, he doesn't have too much going on in the way of articulation. His insect legs can move some, but you got to be especially careful of the front ones, as they're really tight in there. And if you're not careful, you probably could break one off. But if you're careful with it, you shouldn't do that. Anyway, he does have a neat wing flapping gimmick. He has a nice little switch there, and you do this. His wings flap. Now, as far as how do I think this overall look at this, I think he looks great overall. Unfortunately, I don't have any other Waspinator toys to compare him to, but I did watch some reviews, and the original Beast Wars toy looks pretty good, but this guy, I think, actually is a lot closer to the show model than the original Beast Wars toy. Animated Waspinator looks real good, but he's more of a robotic looking insect, whereas this looks, you know, they're trying to make him look more like an actual insect. So, you know, I do like the way animated Waspinator looks, but this guy, I think they're going for a more natural look like they were in Beast Wars. Anyway, I'll go ahead and just show off some of the nice detailing on him. As you can see, his head is full of some really cool detailing. I mean, those bug eyes look really good. You know, he's got the nice teeth there, the antenna. And we got a return of a freaking Predacon logo. That's pretty awesome right there. His abdomen looks pretty good. His insect legs are okay. But, you know, now we're really kind of highlighting the issue with this mode, which is the robot kibble. But I think it's probably really tough to get a beast mode that's not a shell former without robot kibble. I don't know how possible that is. I'm not a toy engineer, but I'd imagine it's kind of a tall order to do. But overall, like I said, this mode is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, and it's really cool. I really like it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get him transformed into robot mode. Okay, guys, here is Waspinator transformed into his robot mode. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a few size comparisons here. I'm going to start off with Fall Cybertron Kickback, another fairly recent insect-themed Transformer that we got. As you can see, Kickback is a little bit taller than him at the head. And here we have Cyberverse Commander Hardshell. Just for a quick size comparison, as you can see, he's much larger than him. So I'll go ahead and move these two guys out of the way. And we'll focus in on Waspinator himself. Let's go ahead and start off with a nice 360 of the figure. And I have to say, this figure, in my opinion, looks absolutely great. Pretty much from all angles here. He is really nice. Really faithful to the cartoon model. Now, his wing flapping gimmick works just fine in robot mode as well. There's the switch right there on his back. You just pull that, and there you go. He flaps his wings. Now, his wings, you got some options for posability since they are on ball joints. You can kind of rotate them up if you like. Personally, I like to leave them down, as I think it offers the toy more stability. But again, that's all down to personal preference. And one thing that I really want to focus in on his robot mode is his awesome head sculpt. I mean, that is one cartoon accurate looking head. Now, he's got some really nice translucent eyes. It's not real obvious, but I'm going to go ahead and put a light source there behind his head, and as you can see, it glows real nice. Really cool. Really dig that. And overall, it is just extremely well detailed. He looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. In robot mode, this is just one great looking toy. Now, of course, he is loaded down with articulation. He's got 2 points of articulation in his foot. Doesn't rotate, but it's basically bends in 2 spots due to the transformation. He bends at the knee, doesn't rotate at the knee, but top of the leg, forward, back, in, out. It's on a ball joint, so it rotates. No waist articulation, but his shoulders are on ball joints, so that means all manner of movement for his shoulders. His elbows are on ball joints, so all manner of movement for his elbows. He does have wrist rotation, and of course his head is on a nice ball joint. So overall, extremely highly posable. You know, really, really nice figure. This thing is absolutely great in my opinion. He is just one stupendous looking robot. You know, is he worth picking up? Absolutely. At $10, which is what I got him for at Target. Hopefully my credit card info didn't get stolen. I know this is going to date this video to late 2013, but such is life. Yeah, he is definitely worth getting. You know, he is really nice, and I think Hasbro really knocked it out of the park with this one. That's pretty much going to wrap this whole thing up. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time.